kick right in front of the goal, and it's in.
Second, cuts to his corner, take the shot, he scores!
For the Baldwin Highlanders, number 1 senior Colton Farr, number 3 senior Colin Cove, number 5 or 15 senior Russell Zabrowski, number 6 junior Suzanne Baldwin, number 8 junior Mark Campana, number 9 junior Zachary Roundinger, number 14, junior Mason Quigg. And number 15 or 18, junior Brendan Shankman. The Highlanders are coached by head coach Rylan Yepich, assisted by Mark Felbinger and Denise Wells. And now Canadians of Peters Township. Number 8, sophomore Ethan Cooper. Number 10, sophomore Andre Cookson. Number 30, sophomore Brian Sullivan. Number 4, junior Carson Kramer. Number 22, junior Grant Blazia. Number 14, junior Nathan Mayer. Number 20, junior Nolan Taylor. Number 9, junior TJ Fitzgerald. Number 23, senior Alex Buell. Number 21, senior Matt Kirsch. Number 25, senior Nate Renz. Number 6, senior Sam Kalista. Number 13, senior Sean Sullivan. And number 24, senior Sean Werner. Canadians are coached by head coach Nate Slaughter, assisted by Chuck Harrison. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor American and our servicemen and women to the singing of tonight's national anthem by Nolan Taylor, Jr. from Peters Township.
See, by dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at twilight's last gleam, whose flashlights and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed. And rockets red glare, the first singing air, gave through the night, as the flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good evening, everyone. I am Brooke Hazard, and I will be announcing for tonight's boys varsity volleyball game. Today is a home game for Peters Township against Baldwin. This is the first game that I don't have a prediction about who will win, just because I have zero knowledge about Baldwin. I couldn't find any of their records or their roster online, so I apologize for having to just say their numbers during the game. But I'm hopeful it'll be an even matchup. Peters is a pretty decent team, and I hope Baldwin is too. We're going to have some very enthusiastic people on the bench for Baldwin. They really have some great team spirit, and they will be heard. Looks like Peters is starting with the ball with Sean Sullivan serving. His serve is over. First serve and it's over. I'd say that's an accomplishment. Sean Sullivan gets it back over and Sean Warner spiked it, but Baldwin recovered immensely. Looks like there was a double touch, I believe, by Peters, giving Baldwin the point, and number 9 is serving. Alex Puel gets it over the net, and 3 with that sneak tip over. And 5 with the spike, but Kramer recovers the ball. Looks like Peters got another double touch, I believe. Puel spikes it out of bounds. Looks like number 9 is Danny Polsky, I think. Nathan Baer gets the ball. Sean Sullivan gets it, and Alex Puel gets it into the quote-unquote ceiling, giving the ball to Baldwin yet again. Nathan Baer tried to set the ball up for the team, but it went backwards instead. Looks like there is a timeout called already this early in the game. Peters has 0 points, and Baldwin has 5. And I wouldn't say it's because either team is necessarily bad. I'd say Peters is just messing up. I think they're going back to the game already, not even using that full minute-long timeout. Nathan Baer gets the ball to Sean Sullivan, and I believe Alex Puel gets it over. Number 1 got it for Baldwin, and 3 spiked the ball, which the ball proceeded to go into the trash can off court. The Baldwin crowd is very enthusiastic about their team. They got a lot of team spirit. And number 9 serve for Baldwin went out of bounds, finally giving Peters a point. Sean Warner will be serving. Looks like the set went over to the side and almost was saved, but was too close to that pole to get. Kramer gets the ball, and Puel spikes it out of bounds. I forgot to say this, but number 8 is serving for Baldwin. Kramer gets the ball, and Sam Kleistedt spiked it over anyways. Baldwin got the ball over the net after a failed block. Kramer gets the ball. Alex Peel spikes it. But sadly, there was a double touch. They really need to work on not getting those double touches. Matt Kirsch gets the ball to Sam Kleistek. And number 5 spikes it out of bounds, but that was a powerful spike. Peters now has 2 points. And Nate Renz is serving. And his serve was way short. I don't know what was up with that, but I'm pretty sure my sister, who has a fractured hand right now, could serve better than that. One is serving for Baldwin. Alex Peel spikes the ball and, oh my. Number 7 bumped the ball into the wall way on the other side. Alex Peel is serving for Peters. And it was over. Baldwin was calling the ball short, which psyched their team out. Alex Peel's serve is good. And 5 gets the ball over. Kramer saves it, giving it to Nathan Bear. And number 9 spikes it out of bounds. Alex Peel's serve was a little too strong, sending it out of bounds. Number 5 is serving for Baldwin. And it's good. Renz gets the ball. Sam Kleistek gets it over. And number 9 spikes the ball, but Kramer manages to save it. Number 5 tried to save the ball from Peters' spike, but sends it to the back wall. The ball goes to Peters. Carson Kramer is serving. His serve was out. That's pretty unusual for him. He normally has very nice serves that are always in. Number 14 for Baldwin is serving. Renz got the ball, and Sean Sullivan tipped over. Number 8 spikes the ball. Kramer saves it. And Alex Peel spikes it out of bounds. Peters now has the ball. Nathan Bear is serving. And number 8 tried to spike it over, but was short, and it only went into the net. 1 gets the ball. 9 saves it from that. 8 oh my, that confused me. Sean Warner got the ball over, and sadly, Peters could not save the ball because someone touched the ball before it went out of bounds. Nolan Taylor got the ball, and oh my! Matt Kirsch's spike was blocked and almost hit him in the face to where he had to duck after a block from Baldwin. Number 15 for Baldwin is serving. Sean Warner spiked the ball, and a block attempt from Baldwin just sent the ball back into their own court. Sean Sullivan is serving for Peters. I think it was 9, spiked the ball, which made Peters lose control of it and sent the ball into the crowd. Number 9 is serving for Baldwin. Nolan Taylor gets the ball, and Sean Warner spiked it. And the block from Baldwin sent the ball out of bounds, giving the ball to Peters. Sean Warner is serving. Number 9 gets the ball, 14 sets and 5 spikes it. The players all looked confused for Peters' team. Number 8 for Baldwin is serving. And the ball went out of bounds. Nate Renz is serving for Peters. Three gets the ball, 14-5. Who gets it over? Kramer gets it. And Alex Pule spikes it, and it goes off of Baldwin's block and out of bounds. The serve is in. 5 got it, and 5 is going for the spike. Peters' block sent the ball out of bounds, giving Baldwin the point. Number 1 is serving for Baldwin. Alex Pule spikes it, but 1 saved, and 5 spiked into the net, giving Peters the point, and Alex Pule is serving. His serve is out, though, far out. Number 5 is serving for Baldwin. Nate Renz tries to save the ball, but sadly it was already so close to the ground he couldn't get it up. And that serve was, I don't think you would consider that short. It was just out in a weird way. Kramer is serving for Peters, and his serve is in, like I'm used to, and that set went straight over instead of into a spike, but that spike from number 9 went straight into the net. Number 5 gets the ball, and 15 goes to spike it. But Peters managed a great block, which scored on Baldwin. Number 5 gets it. And to number 9 is the spike, but Baldwin manages to save that. And Bear gets it. Oh my, and there's a tip over from number 14, and Bear gets it over to 7, gets it, and to number 9. serves it, spikes it out of bounds. That really got my heart rate up. That was nerve-wracking for me. Number 14 set the ball over the net. Sean Warner bumps it over. Into number 9, Kramer saves that spike from number 9. And number 9 gets the ball back again. And he spikes it in, sadly, giving the point to Baldwin. There's a really enthusiastic crowd. Number 14 for Baldwin is serving. Sean Warner spikes the ball over, giving the ball back to Peters. And Nathan Bear is serving. And his serve is good. Number 1 managed to save it, and 8 bumps it over. Kramer gets it. And Sean Warner just tips it over. And number 9 spikes it. Nathan Bear saves that. And Matt Kirsch spikes it. Oh my, number 9 saves that. 8 gets it over. Alex Puel gets it. And Max Kirsch spikes it out of bounds. Number 5, is that 15? I think that's 15, is serving for Baldwin, and Sean Warner spikes the ball, giving the point to Peters. And Sean Sullivan is serving. His serve was good. And 8 tips the ball over, and Alex Puel sends it to Sean Warner, and Nolan Taylor gets the ball. And Sean Warner gets the ball over, 1 saves it. And 3 sent the ball out of bounds, and the rest of the team couldn't get it. And the serve is up and over. Number 5 saves it. And looks like there's a miscommunication on the court. I hope you guys can hear me. It's getting really loud in here. But no one seemed to get the ball or even go for it. A timeout was called by Baldwin after realizing that Peters is stepping up their game. The score is 21-23. It was at one point, I believe it was 11-18? 18 or 19. I can't recall exactly because I try not to focus on the scores or else I jinx the game. But so far, the teams have been evenly matched. Baldwin was looking better in the beginning, but Peters is really stepping up their game and making Baldwin work for the win of this set. The serve is up and, ooh, short. It was up and short. Number 9 is serving for Baldwin. All they need is 1 more point, and they're winning this set. Nolan Taylor gets it. Oh my, and Sean Warner spikes the ball. And 3 hits it into their court. Anyway, Sean Warner is serving for Peters. And his serve is good. 8 gets it, and Alex Puel takes it. Oh no, and Alex Puel hit it onto the ground. That was a very good match that was a very good set between the 2 teams. They Baldwin only won by, I think, 3 points. It was still very good. They were both evenly matched. Some very nice volleying and a lot of nice saves. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next set. This next set, hopefully, I'm just saying this for in terms of speed, Baldwin wins this set and the next one so we can get home as quick as possible. But if I'm rooting for my team, then obviously I want my team to win. But it really just depends on which team is better. I'm not going to try and root for a team. I'm going to try and be as unbiased as possible. Number 9 is serving for Baldwin. And Matt Kirsch spikes it over. 14 gets the ball, and 1 passes it to 5. And the block from Peters. Oh my, I'm way behind now. Kramer gets the ball over, and number 3 spike goes out of bounds, giving the first point of the game to Peters. That's pretty good. It looks like Sean Sullivan is serving for Peters, and number 5 goes for the spike, and Nolan Taylor went to save the ball, but was a little too far from it. I bet if he had knee pads, he probably would have made it, but only one person on the Peters team has knee pads. Number 8 for Baldwin is serving. Sean Sullivan gets the ball to Sean Warner. There was a double touch on Peters. And Alex Puel spikes it in. It's in. Congrats. Normally his spikes are a little too powerful for the court, and it's normally out of bounds. That was a great accomplishment, and let's hope he has some more, and let's hope I don't sneeze. Carson Kramer is serving for Peters, and his serve is good. Number 7 went to get the ball, but didn't get to it soon enough. Number 9 gets the ball, and number 3 tips it over, and Matt Kirsch gets the ball over the net for Peters. And number 5 gets the ball past Peters' block and onto their side of the court, giving them the point. Number 1 is serving. Kramer saved the ball, but the other teammates weren't willing to dive for it. Either way, it was a nice attempt, and number 1 is still serving. And Kramer went to slide, but was too far from it. It also doesn't help that there's a very enthusiastic crowd that cheers every time Peters messes up. And Alex Puel spikes it short. Number 1 serve was short. Looks like Renz is serving for Peters. And his serve is good. And we got the ball over. Puel sadly couldn't save the ball, but it was a nice attempt. Number 5 is serving for Baldwin. Renz gets the ball. Sean Sullivan gets it to Nathan Bear. and 1. And then 15 gets the ball over. Alex Peel spikes the ball, but there was sadly a double touch from Peters. The ball goes to Baldwin. Number 5 is still serving. But his serve was short. It was also short for a pretty insane hop, if you ask me. Alex Peel is serving. And his serve is good. Number 7 gets it. 14 to 9, who spikes it in. The point goes to Baldwin. Number 14 serving. And his serve is good. Sean Sullivan did a little sneak attack there and tipped the ball over from behind. That was a weird little thing I did with my voice. I apologize. Sadly, Sam Kleistek's serve was out of bounds, and number 15 for Baldwin is serving. And Nathan Bear serves the ball. 15 tried to save it, but couldn't get it up. Couldn't get the ball up. Peters has the ball, and Nathan Bear is serving. And number 8 managed a nice spike on Peters, giving his own team the point. Number 9 is serving. Nolan Taylor gets the ball. Sean Warner gets it. And number 8 spikes the ball out of bounds. And Sean Sullivan is serving. Number 9 gets the ball, and number 8 goes to spike it. And Matt Kirsch goes for the spike. Number 9 gets it. To number 5 and spikes it on the line or in. Baldwin gets the point. Number 8 is serving, and his serve is good. Nolan Taylor gets it. And Alex Peel gets it over. Peters gets the ball for Baldwin carrying it, I believe. Alex Kramer is serving. His serve is good. And there is a little tip-off battle going on. Sadly, Baldwin won. Number 1 is serving for Baldwin. Alex Peel spikes the ball and gets it over after a carry from Baldwin. I'm so sorry, I blanked on the name there for a second. Renz is serving. Ren's serve is good. Number 9 gets it. 14 tips it over and out of bounds. But and Peters gets the ball. Number 5, Alex Peel tipped the ball over before number 5 could. And the serve is good. Number 7 gets it. 14 to 5. Whose spike is just in front of Kramer, but Kramer could not get it. Man, sounds like Baldwin has a lot of chance for almost everyone. Number 5 is serving for Baldwin. Alex Peel goes for the spike, and it's in Baldwin's bounds, giving Peters the point, and Alex Peel serving. His serve is good. Number 1 gets it to 15, and Alex Peel will bump the ball into the crowd, giving Baldwin the point, and number 14 is serving. And Kleistek spikes it, but I think it hit the pole. And I think that's why they have the ball. And Kleistek gets the ball over. And Kleistek is serving for number 8, spikes the ball. And gives the point to his own team. Number 15 is serving for Baldwin. Alex Peel gets it, and Sean Warner gets the ball, and Baldwin gets the point. And 15 is still serving. Alex Peel gets it. Oh my. And there is a timeout called by Peters, which I think is good, as Peters was keeping it very even neck and neck with Baldwin, but they slowly started to fade and diminish that power that they had in the beginning of this set. The score for this set is 14 to 19, which is pretty good compared to last set. And Peters was very neck and neck. It was 12 and 13 and 13 and 14. It was Baldwin was always about 1 point ahead, I think. But then Peters started to get in their own head, and I think they should be able to pick it up now after that little pep talk. 15 is still serving. And Sean Sullivan's tip over, and number 9's spike was short. Nathan Bear is serving for Peters. Nathan Bear's serve is good. 1 gets it. And number 8 tips it over. Number 9 is serving for Baldwin. Nolan Taylor managed to attempt save that ball, but sadly couldn't. Kramer gets the ball, and Sean Warner tips it over. Number 8 goes to spike it out of bounds, but it was off the fingers of the Peters players, And the serve is good. Kramer gets it, and Sean Warner spikes that ball. Number 3. Oh man, I apologize. I just yawned in the middle. Number 5 got the spike. 1 gets it. Number 5 tips it over. Sean Sullivan gets it, and Sean Sullivan goes for the spike. Number 8 sets it to number 5, who spikes it. On the line, I think. Number 8 is serving for Baldwin. Nolan Taylor gets the ball. Down to Alex Puel, who then gets it by 1. Number 5 spikes it, and looks like there's a miscommunication between Taylor and Kramer. One more point for Baldwin, and they win the set. 14 gets it to 15, who spikes the ball. And Baldwin won the second set. 16. Baldwin won at 25, and Peters lost at 16, which is 9 points. A 9-point difference. That's a little sad on their part. Peters was doing really good this set, but really just lost their groove. They must be in a funk today, or Baldwin is just insanely good. So this next set, we'll be back shortly. Now this set, this third and maybe final set, for if Baldwin wins at least, let's hope it's neck and neck most of the time, because Peters really did not do well on their last set. But I'm hopeful that they will recover and gain some insight on what they did wrong and do better. Sean Sullivan is serving, and his serve was out. The first serve of the game, and it's out of bounds. I don't think that's a good start. Number 9 for Baldwin is serving. Taylor gets the ball. Puel spikes it. 14 saves it. And number 9 gets the ball over. Kramer saves the ball. And Sean Warner spikes it inbounds, giving the point to Peters with Kramer serving. Number 9 gets the ball. Number 8 goes to spike it. Sean Sullivan gets it. Alex Puel. And Kleistek spikes it over number. Peters gets the ball for first. I think one of the players touched the net. Number 1 gets it, and 3 spikes it. Sadly, no one went to save the ball after Taylor got it. Number 8 for Baldwin is serving. Taylor gets it, and then Sean Sullivan gets it. Matt Kirsch gets it over the net. Number 5 spiked the ball, but it was off on Peters players from their block. It was out on Peters players from the block. Number 8 is still serving. I think I already said that. Alex Puel spiked the ball. Renz is serving for Peters. And his serve is good. Number 9 gets it. And then number 5 spikes it. Kramer saves it. And Bear gets it over. And then Kleistek tips the ball over. Number 3 and number 14 had a miscommunication what was going down. Looks like 14 thought it was going to be a tip. And 3 was like, no, it's going to be a spike. And number 5 went to tip it over. Alex Pule couldn't touch it again because he had already tried to block it. Number 1 for Baldwin is serving. Alex Pule gets the ball over and spikes it inbounds. My apologies. Alex Pule is serving for Peters. And number 7 gets it. So number 5 tries to spike it, but Peters had a nice block. And number 5 gets the ball over. Renz got that. And Bear spikes it over. 1 saves that. Number 5 gets it, but Renz could not get to the ball in time. It was a very nice volleying back and forth. That play was great. Sadly, Renz just couldn't keep it up. He couldn't keep up the good, hard work his other teammates were putting into that play. Renz gets the ball. Sean Sullivan. Peters gets the ball. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you why. I don't know why. Kleistek serves and is serving for Peters. 14 tips the ball over. Sean Warner tips the ball over. Kleistek saves it. And Sean Warner gets the ball over. 1 saves it. And number 9 gets the ball. Oh my. Renz gets it over. 1 and 9 and 5 get the ball. 14. Oh my, they're doing really good. 1 gets the ball over. Kleistek gets it on Sean Sullivan, and Bear's spike was just slightly short. That was some insanely good. That was an insanely good play right there. But sadly, Baldwin won out. 14 is serving for Baldwin. Sean Sullivan blocks the tip from 15, giving the ball to Peters, and Nathan Bear is serving. One gets the ball, and to number 8, gets over. Sean Warner spikes the ball over. Bear's serve is up and over. 1 gets it. And then number 8, spiked the ball out of bounds. One gets the ball. Number 8 gets the ball over. Kramer saves it, and Sean Warner spiked the ball over, but 5 saved that, and number 9 got the ball. And Matt Kirsch spiked the ball out of bounds. Baldwin now has the ball, and number 15 is serving. Kramer tried to save it, and Sean Warner tried to kick it with his foot, but sadly, the point was still to Baldwin. Kirsch gets the ball, and Taylor and Kramer were both running after it. Kramer slipped, and Taylor did not do so well. Serve is good. Puel gets it. And Matt Kirsch gets it over. Puel tries to save the ball. The ball is over. Kramer got it, and Sean Warner spiked it over. Number 3 gets the ball over, and Sean Warner bumps it over. Kramer could not save that ball as he fell from the impact, maybe, onto his back. Kramer gets the ball. Sean Warner tried to tip it over, and then Kirsch tried to save it with his foot. Timeout. A timeout is called by Peters. The score is 9-12. I'd say that's a pretty good distance between the two numbers, 3 points. Baldwin has a 3-point lead. That's not as much as before, and Peters has been doing pretty well with these past few plays. That got jumbled up in my mind. I think I said it correctly. Looks like they're back to the game already. 15 is still serving for Baldwin. Puel gets the ball. Kramer gets it over. 3 tips it over. Sean Sullivan managed to save that. Kirsch spikes it over and in. Sean Sullivan is serving for Peters. Serve is good. Sadly, Baldwin could not manage to get the ball over. I thought they were going to, but no. They did not. 1 got the ball there. Number 9 spiked it over. Taylor gets it in. Sean Sullivan! Oh my, that was awesome. Number 9 is serving for Baldwin. Taylor gets it. And Sean Warner spikes the ball. 14 tried to save it, but he didn't. He just kind of slapped the ball. Kramer is serving for Peters. His serve is up and over. Number 5 spikes the ball. Alex Puel blocked it, but it went off on his hands out of bounds, giving Baldwin the point with number 8 serving. His serve is up and over. Kramer gets the ball. Alex Puel, oh wait, never mind. There is a double touch. There's a double touch by Peters. Baldwin gets that point. Sean Sullivan tried to save the ball. Looks like he's being hard on himself, as anytime there's a little mess up, he looks frustrated with himself. Taylor gets the ball, and Kleistek spikes it in. Peters is serving. Renz is serving. Peters has the ball. Number 9 gets it to 14, and 5 goes for the spike. Kramer saves it, but that save almost went straight into the ref. Number 1 for Baldwin is now serving. His serve is good. Renz gets it. Sean Sullivan gets the ball over. 14 tips it over. None of the Peters players could get that ball up. Renz tried to set the ball but could not manage to get his hands on the ball in the first place. Well, his fingers were on it, but not in the correct way. Alex Pule tried to get the ball over from a bump, but sadly couldn't. And I just want to say right now, this is the most enthusiastic crowd and team, Baldwin's crowd and team, I've ever seen at one of these games. It's pretty nice to see a nice refreshing team spirit here. Number 5 goes for the spike, and Sean Sullivan tried to get the ball but just slid on the ground. I think Sean Sullivan needs a break. Just needs a little breather. Alex Pule tips the ball over. Number 9 gets, but a carry from Baldwin gives Peters the ball. Alex Pule serves. Number 9 gets the ball. Number 5 goes for the spike. Sean Sullivan blocked it. And Kleistek spikes the ball, giving Peters the point. Alex Pule's serve is good. 15 spikes the ball out of bounds. His serve is good. Number 5 spikes it, but Sean Sullivan blocked it. Pule's serve is good. Number 5 goes for the spike, but Peters' block could not get it. But they tried. They got 2 successful blocks in 2 winning plays. I think that's an achievement. Number 5 for Baldwin is serving, and that was out of bounds. Kleistek is serving for Peters. Number 9 spikes it on Peters, giving them the point. Baldwin only needs 2 more points to win this set, which means I can go home and get some sleep. I am very tired. Sean Warner spiked the ball. Number 9 went to spike it, but his spike was short. That's unusual from him. Nathan Bear is serving for Peters. His serve is good. Number 8 spiked the ball, but Peters could not recover from that. Number 15 for Baldwin is serving. Peters is probably, timeout for Peters. Both teams are insanely good, but Baldwin seems to be winning out on top here. And as much as I want to go to bed right now, I sadly can't. Right now, some people are asking me if they want to talk in the mic, but sadly I can't let them. Former players can't even talk about experience over here. If they were a former player, then I'm sure there's a reason why they aren't one now. Kramer gets the ball. Sean Warner. Baldwin got the point. Giving Baldwin the win for this game. All 3 wins. Sadly, Peters couldn't win their last home game. But Baldwin was the better team. The better team deserves to win. And I applaud them for how well they played, both teams. I'm not actually going to clap. But thank you so much for tuning in. I am Brooke Hazard. Have a wonderful evening.